Penguin Random House Audio presents Building Your Family, The Complete Guide to Donor Conception by Lisa Schuman, LCSW, and Mark Leondires, MD. This is the author, Lisa Schuman, LCSW. This book is dedicated to Keith, my husband and best friend. This book would not be possible without you. And to our wonderful children, Dylan, Greer, and Julian, connected by our hearts and not our genetics.
This book is dedicated to those who have helped millions bring children into their lives, and to a future where family-building help can be accessible to all, to my husband and children who have changed me forever, and to 3 amazing, giving women who brought my family to life.
Preface. You are listening to this book because you are considering building your family through donor conception. Since you are willing to consider donor conception, you can begin to focus on when you will be a parent rather than if you will. Of course, there are no guarantees, but there are many ways and many resources to build a family. We hope this is one of those resources that empowers you. Help is available, and it can be comforting to know that the majority of people who are open to donor conception are able to have a child. This is not to minimize the effort it requires and the obstacles you'll face. Building a family through donor conception is not easy or spontaneous. This book will help you know that it can work. We know this from extensive first-hand experience, both professional and personal. Family building was a challenging journey for both of us. We want it to be easier for you. We are confident it will be, not only because you have this book and our decades of experience to guide you, but also because the science continues to advance. Reproductive researchers are constantly coming up with new and better technologies to make the process easier and to increase the odds of successful conception and pregnancy. Improved sperm, egg, and embryo screening, more advanced methods for matching donors with recipients, and better tracking of the use and outcomes of treatment are all smoothing the road that leads to happy families, healthy children, and children with a healthy sense of self. Just as important, the community of donor-conceived children and adults continues to grow. And as it does, we learn more and more about their social-emotional needs and what we can do, starting at the beginning of the process, to help them lead the best lives. After working with thousands of donors, parents-to-be, and donor-conceived children, we have compiled the information that we believe you are most interested in learning about. In doing so, we hope to save you hours of internet scrolling and sleepless nights not knowing where to find the answers you need, and perhaps even to help you minimize the stress and conflicts with your loved ones. This is the book we wish we had when we were building our families. We hope it serves you well. Introduction. Roberto and Bridget were both successful, busy professionals who were not planning to have children. Then one day, after years of being happy as a 2-person family, Bridget realized that she had changed her mind. She wanted to have a baby. She raised the issue with Roberto, and after many talks and much planning, he agreed. Their life together would feel more complete if they had a child to share it with. Unfortunately, by this time, Bridget was 38, and her eggs were no longer of a high enough quality to create a successful pregnancy. Even after several rounds of fertility treatment, she still wasn't pregnant. That was when she and Roberto decided to use an egg donor. Lori and Christina were in love, and they badly wanted to share their love with children. They both had grown up with siblings and still maintained close relationships with them. They hoped to have 2 kids who could develop similar deep bonds, so they came to us for help finding a sperm donor and embarking on their journey. Though they had some misconceptions about the process and many questions, and it was initially difficult for them to agree which one of them would carry the first pregnancy, they were committed to learning all they could. as well as to open communication and compromise with each other. Like Lori and Christina, Benjamin and Brian wanted children. But complicating matters for them was the fact that Brian's family was very traditional and had never been supportive of their relationship. This was hard for Brian, who didn't know how his parents would react to their decision to have children. On top of that, the money was going to be an issue. It would not be easy for Benjamin, a special education teacher, and Brian, a video editor, to pay for the costs associated with using donor eggs and a gestational carrier. Between a loan and some financial assistance from Benjamin's family, they were able to make a feasible plan. Joanna had been in a serious long-term relationship in her 20s, but in the years after that, her relationships were more casual. Not because she was avoiding commitment, but because she simply didn't form a deep connection with anyone. She had always wanted to have a child, however, and by the time she was 31, she was seriously considering single parenthood rather than waiting to find the right partner. She joined the online support group, Single Mothers by Choice, and chatted with several women who had become single parents and others who, like her, were considering it. She also talked with her sister and a close friend, both of whom would be crucial pieces of her support network should she decide to try to conceive with a sperm donor. After weighing all she had learned, she decided she was ready. All these people eventually became pregnant and had babies using donor conception. All of them had challenges during the process, as everyone does, but they were able to overcome those challenges and build the families they dreamed of because they educated themselves and they had supportive professionals to guide them through the process. Both are necessary. It's our desire to provide you with that education and be your first guide in donor conception. We see hundreds of patients a year, and over the years, we've helped thousands become parents. Every day, patients tell us that they've learned critical information that they hadn't considered, that we spared them from making choices they might later regret, and most important, that they feel confident, finally, in embracing donor conception. It truly brings us joy when we help set somebody on the right path, when we help them feel understood in their struggle and help them manage the stress of the process and let them know they are not alone. And of course, nothing brings us more joy than when our patients conceive, get pregnant, and have a child. We often say we work for the baby pictures. With this book, we will walk you through all you need to know to begin your journey of donor conception and feel confident that you are making the right choices for your future family. The patients profiled had something else that was key, a strong desire to become parents that carried them through the emotional difficulties and the inevitable temporary setbacks. The donor conception process can be confusing, expensive, time-consuming, and emotionally unsettling. It can be fraught with difficult emotions like shame, loneliness, and hurt. It is not for everyone, and listening to this book will help you determine if it's for you. For those who go through this process, their deep yearning to become a parent outweighs the challenges. The reward, finally holding your baby in your arms, we know will make all the work worth it. If you're considering donor conception, or if you already decided to pursue it, you know how unfair it feels. If you have infertility, it can feel like your body has let you down, while it seems like everyone around you is getting pregnant and having babies. If you're in a same-sex relationship, it can feel like a cruel injustice that you can't simply conceive at home, or even have fertility treatment reimbursed by your insurance carrier like heterosexual couples can. For single parents-to-be, you may wish you had a partner, but feel you can't wait any longer to start your family, or you may be determined to do it on your own. Either way, it can feel daunting to face donor conception alone. Like same-sex couples, you may feel insecure, judged, and criticized for your choice by the outside world. We are here to tell you it is unfair. We wish we could revitalize eggs or create an embryo with 2 sperm, 2 eggs, or 1 sperm or 1 egg. Science is not there yet, but donor conception is.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?